Once again, I don't have a prologue, so let's just get straight to the review for every little thing she does. During her studies with Twilight, Starlight has been excelling with her magic, but she's been falling way behind on her friendship lessons. Feeling pressure to impress her teacher, Starlight gathers the other 5 ponies and attempts to take on a different friendship lesson with each of them at the same time, utilizing a mind-controlling spell that only leads to disastrous results. After what feels like an eternity, we finally have a new Starlight episode, this time courtesy of Mike Vogel. And for his 4th episode of the season, he absolutely delivers the goods once again, with an episode that is definitely one of the most fun rides of Season 6. The episode gets off to an immediately engaging start as Twilight gives Starlight a brisk test of her magical abilities by testing her on transportation, transfiguration, and shield defense. Besides being one of the most energized cold openings of recent memory, it's also a great way to show how the student-teacher dynamic between these two has grown. As Starlight proved to be the only pony to outmatch Twilight's magic in the Cutie remark, it's easy to believe that these exercises benefit the teacher as much as the students, giving her something to improve upon as well. The magic cast throughout the episode often looks particularly powerful and advanced, almost like something that wouldn't look too out of place in the Harry Potter series, and it comes into play again as Starlight uses it to enforce mind control on her friends. From there, the episode becomes a bit like The Sorcerer's Apprentice meets The Stepford Wives, as the spell backfires severely, leading to a series of awful yet extremely entertaining consequences. The robotic voices that each pony obtains under this enchantment are hilarious highlights all by themselves, especially with their happy yet entirely emotionless deliveries. While each of them brings a terrific laugh-out-loud moment with them, Applejack's analyses of each scrapbook photo, which include references to the likes of Spider-Man and Braveheart, and Fluttershy gathering literally every animal and insect inside the castle, are my personal favourites.
Fluttershy, where are all the animals?
They ran away.
And why didn't you stop them?
Because you didn't ask me to.
Obviously, I wanted you to... Never mind. Can you please round up all the animals in the castle and bring them back here to the foyer?
All the animals. Got it. I've gathered all of the animals like you asked, Starlight Glimmer.
They can take our farm, but they can't take our freedom. Big Mac told me with a whole lot of power comes a heck of a lot of responsibility.
And throughout this whole experience, we get some very solid character development for Starlight. From her nervous breakdowns, it's clear that she still has severe anxiety, and it seems that when triggered, magic is her personal safeguard. It's often how she reacts when she's under stress or panicking, and it's entirely believable that the idea of understanding that it doesn't solve everything, especially the things that only require a quick and simple fix, would be difficult for her to learn. This puts her in a position that is very easy to identify with, especially when she reveals that she's been intentionally avoiding friendship lessons out of fear of failure and embarrassment at things that she feels should come easy. It also greatly drives valuable and relatable messages, reminding viewers of the importance of not rushing or overworking yourself, and that having fun and forming stronger friendships through a certain activity is more important than being skilled at it. Later on, when the main 5 are sadly, but rather humorously feeling the effects of what is essentially a bad hangover from an overpowering amount of magic, I love how Starlight approaches them with a well thought out and sincere apology for her actions. I think many people tend to underestimate how difficult it can be to say sorry in such a genuine and meaningful way, but the writing and execution of this sequence definitely delivers just that. Perhaps more commendable is how every pony is not only angry, but not all of them are instantly forgiving, meaning that Starlight still had to work with them to make amends. It may not be on the same level as Sunset Shimmer and Rainbow Rocks or Twilight and Mending Fences, but it still works fine. The only real issue with the episode is that it doesn't feel very consistently paced. The first act takes a little bit of time to get the story going, while the second act moves along considerably faster, and the quieter, more relaxed third act feels a bit rushed. Despite its slightly uneven direction, every little thing she does is another terrific entry in the season, packed with a plethora of memorable moments with quotable dialogue, and easily the strongest characterization for Starlight yet. I don't know if it's likely to convert those who aren't fond of the character into fans, but as someone who has always liked Starlight post-Reformation, I greatly liked how she was written here, and I look forward to seeing what she brings to what will hopefully be her grand starring role in the season finale. I'm giving this episode a gold star score of 9 out of 10.
They like me. They're nuzzling my flesh with their noses. Now they're